Darn it, she swore to herself as she juggled a bowl of ambrosia, a purse, a sandwich, and her after-work bag. This would be much easier if she didn't have to juggle it all while wearing heels and hose, but the Bell Telephone Company insisted that all employees dress in exemplary fashion. Why? It's not like anyone could see us. Not normally. Except for the few folks that still insisted on bringing their payments to the office or put in a request for a service call. Looky-loos, all of them. Flirtatious men who wanted to get a glimpse of Nancy, Edith, Rosemary, and Gwen. Nancy continued to stuff her pimento sandwich in her hungry mouth as she continued to the Champion Rose building. It was only a half-mile from her humble apartment, but a half-mile in a pair of heels was a chore. The sidewalks weren't as busy, but they weren't even, and it was kind of lonely. I hated being alone. Hated every minute of it. I wouldn't be alone tonight, and the artist would pay me well. He always did. However, his company and money both made Nancy uncomfortable. He kept his studio as cold as ice, and his practiced hand moved over the canvas robotically. As he studied her naked body draped in the sheerest of fabric, he insisted that she wear it. Nancy observed him, too. This man refused to tell her his name. She merely referred to him as the artist, and he didn't seem to mind. No, he didn't seem human. His eyes were green and bright, but there was no humanity there. None at all. It was like he wasn't even seeing her, not as far as she could tell. Only parts of her, and not the parts one would expect. The artist sometimes came closer to study her calf muscles and collarbone and parts of the anatomy she never much paid attention to before. Nothing was off limits, not for what he paid her. But she did not necessarily feel a specific threat from him. Nancy was glad she didn't have to look at the painting. She was not in the least bit curious and could only hope and pray that the canvas would not find its way to an art museum close by. What did he intend to do with it? Should I ask? It was probably too late. Much too late. When Nancy was lucky enough to snag a day shift, she often strolled to work with Edith Fox. It was she who Nancy made the ambrosia for. It was Edith's birthday, and since she had to work, Nancy wanted to give Edith a treat to take home. She was such a thoughtful friend. She'd given the younger woman a tasty pineapple cake for her birthday. Nancy had eaten on it for days.